Hey guys, Touchy2201 bringing you another PBR Wi-Fi match with my freaking new and improved barotachi team. As you see, there's a Furret on the team, and Furret is now officially awesome because it can learn a move that I freaking love the most. So we're facing an uber noob, or an uber abuser. He starts out with a Kyogre Darkrai lead, and you guys all know exactly what's coming up next. So, I decide to go with a Protect with my Hariyama, and I decide to go with a Trick Room with my Bronzong. So, of course, they have a Quick Claw, and they go for Water Spout. Hariyama protects itself, and Bronzong barely survives it. So, of course, their Darkrai goes for Dark Void, but guess what? They miss. So, I go for Trick Room after I was done laughing hysterically. So, now Trick Room is now up and running. So, Hariyama's Flame Orb activates, and I get the burn, and I'm like, yes. But now, instead of blowing up with Kamikaze, I just go for Safeguard just because, you know, it's easier that way. So now Darkrai is officially countered. So I go for Close Combat, and Kyogre almost gets knocked out, which was pretty freaking awesome if I do say so myself. Now Water Spout is officially dead, and they use Thunder, and Bronzong is dead, but Kamikaze did a great job just by setting up Safeguard so that Darkrai is now countered. So, of course, they spam Dark Void, but now Hariyama can't be put to sleep because of Burn and a Safeguard, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. And now, I send out my Octillery, Octorok, and now we're gonna get some pwnage going. So, they end up calling back the Darkrai. I don't know why my voice is cracking so much, but out comes a Latias, and I'm like, ah, crap, they predicted Close Combat. Which this surprised the crap out of me. From a Close Combat, from 4 times resistant, that did a heck of a lot, the Latias. I mean, that was crazy damage. And I go for Water Spout, and Kyogre gets killed by his own move, which was funny. And the Latias is almost dead as soon as it came out, which is great. So, and I get the burn, of course, because of Flame Orb. Thank God for Guts. And now they send out Groudon. I'm like, okay, they just won the cancel out Water Spout. Doesn't matter any more to me than it mattered to them, apparently. So, I go for the Ice Punch. After a long decision, I go for Ice Punch on Latias, because I figured Groudon would be able to survive heartily with Ice Punch. So Latias is now dead, and I go for Ice Beam on the Groudon, which it does a ton of damage. I mean, for Octillery's moderate special attack, that did quite a lot. So after the defense drop, Earthquake undoubtedly kills Hariyama, or Sumosize the Hariyama, and Octillery takes it relatively well for an Octillery. And, of course, the Groudon has leftovers, and I'm like, great. So, out comes big, scary Ghoul Man, and out comes Wiggles the Furret, my newest addition, Wiggles the Furret. This set is freaking awesome. You'll get to see it at the end of the battle. So, I go for Signal Beam, because I want that thing dead, so when the Safeguard breaks, none of my guys will be going to sleep, and he'll be pulling cheap tactics off. So surprisingly, Groudon is slower than Furret, which is actually pretty shocking. And they go for Solar Beam, which I was like, great, mixed set. So that's not it's okay. So I go for return, and I managed to finish off the Darkrai because this Furret is surprisingly physically based. I mean, it's a lonely natured with proud of its power, which it has EVs and IVs in attack. So watch how much damage it does to Groudon on this turn, and the Trick Room goes down. I'm like, crap. Well, actually, it's a good thing. So Furret's faster to Groudon. I go for return. It almost kills the Groudon. I'm like, wow, that's from a Furret. That's pretty freaking good. And he goes for Earthquake, and because of minus defense nature, it does a lot, but doesn't bring me down to my Focus Sash. And I'm like, wow. And then the Safeguard breaks. I was like, thank God I killed the Darkrai first. So now the Groudon gets leftovers. I'm like, this thing is over, regardless. And look at this set. Just because Furret can learn Reversal from Egg Move, that is so awesome. I didn't even know it could learn Reversal from an Egg Move. So now Furret is now one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So I go for return, and Furret kills the Groudon. I'm like, hi, you just got pwned by an NU. Comment, rate, subscribe, guys. I hope you guys like Wiggles, the Furret, because this thing is awesome. So, yeah, even though it's not as good as Sensei, I gotta say, bow to Wiggles!